East C63 in Southfield. The station broadcasts from the National Weather Service in White Lake at a frequency of 162.55 megahertz. Here is the forecast for the northern suburbs. Tonight, partly cloudy, then becoming mostly clear in the late evening and early morning, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 20s. Northwest winds up to 10 miles per hour, becoming southwest after midnight. Wednesday, cloudy. A chance of rain in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-40s. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Wednesday night, cloudy with rain and snow. Accumulations less than an inch. Lows in the lower 30s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 80%. And now the forecast for the Ann Arbor and Detroit vicinities. Tonight, partly cloudy early in the evening, then clearing. Lows in the mid-20s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming southwest after midnight. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. A chance of rain in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-40s. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 50%. Wednesday night, rain, snow. Accumulations up to half an inch. Lows in the mid-30s. Southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 80%. Also, the forecast for Lenawee and Monroe counties. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 20s. West winds up to 10 miles per hour, becoming south early in the morning. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. Rain in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-40s. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 90%. Wednesday night, snow, rain. Accumulations up to half an inch. Near steady temperature in the mid-30s. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 90%. And now the remainder of the 7-day forecast for the listening area. Thursday, cloudy with a 50% chance of rain. Highs in the mid-40s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly cloudy. Lows in the mid-30s. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, mostly cloudy in the morning, then becoming partly cloudy. Highs around 50. Friday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the mid-30s. Saturday, partly cloudy. Highs in the mid-50s. Saturday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-30s. Sunday, partly cloudy. Highs in the lower 60s. Sunday night, not as cool. Mostly cloudy. Lows in the mid-40s. Monday, mostly cloudy in the morning, then becoming partly cloudy. Highs around 70. Monday night, partly cloudy. Lows around 50. Tuesday, partly cloudy. Highs in the lower 60s. The Lake St. Clair forecast. Rest of tonight, north winds 5 to 10 knots backing to the west early in the morning. Mostly clear. Waves 2 feet or less. Wednesday, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots becoming south 10 to 15 knots in the late morning and afternoon. Partly sunny. Waves 2 feet or less. Wednesday night, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. A chance of light rain in the evening, then light rain and snow after midnight. Waves 2 feet or less. Thursday, east winds 15 to 20 knots becoming northeast 5 to 10 knots. Mostly cloudy. Light rain and snow in the morning. Then a chance of light rain in the afternoon. Waves 2 feet or less. Thursday night, north winds 10 to 15 knots. Mostly cloudy. Waves 2 feet or less. Friday, north winds 10 to 15 knots. Mostly cloudy in the morning becoming partly cloudy. Waves 2 feet or less. Saturday, north winds 10 to 15 knots. Mostly clear. Waves 2 feet or less. Sunday, south winds 5 to 10 knots. Mostly clear. Waves 2 feet or less. Climate report National Weather Service Detroit. Pontiac through 4 p.m. at Detroit. The high was 43. And the low was 23. There was a trace of precipitation. These are the 10 p.m. observations for Tuesday. At Detroit Metro Airport it was partly cloudy. The temperature was 32 degrees, the dew point 14 and the relative humidity 47%. The wind was west at 6 miles an hour, producing a wind chill of 26. The pressure was 30.16 inches and rising. At Pontiac, it was 30 degrees and mostly cloudy, with a wind chill of 24. Detroit City Airport was 36 and cloudy. At Flint, cloudy and 30 degrees. The report from Howell was not available. The report from Lapeer was not available. Observations from the rest of Lower Michigan. Skies ranged from clear to partly cloudy. It was 26 at Alpena, 25 at Houghton Lake, 30 at Grand Rapids, and 29 at Muskegon. Lansing reported 28, Traverse City reported 27, Kalamazoo reported 28, and Tri-Cities reported 30. Now looking to the Upper Peninsula. It was clear, and the temperatures were 21 degrees. A few out-of-state locations. The temperatures were 34 degrees. At Cleveland, snow was falling. It was clear at Chicago and Toledo. Once again at Detroit Metro Airport, it was partly cloudy, with a temperature of 32. This is NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, station KEC 63 in Southfield. The station broadcasts from the National Weather Service in White Lake, at a frequency of 162.55 megahertz. Here is the forecast for the northern suburbs.